That's just normal. So tonight, my name's Melissa, although I was very nicely introduced by the gentleman before me. And wow, that light's really bright in my eyes. I come from the countryside. I am not from Toulouse. I'm from the countryside up near Albi. Anyone heard of Albi? Oh my God. So lovely Albi. I'm going to take this off the stand because I need to move because my adrenaline's like rushing through my veins. It's like heroin. And I haven't had any heroin. I would like to just state that I got driven here tonight. The reason for that is because, as you know, recently in the news there was, I believe it was yesterday, there was, oh hello, over there, I didn't realise there were people over here as well. It's very crowded in here, isn't it? And hot, I'm very hot, I feel very hot. But I'm going to have to take my top off. Woo. There's nothing much underneath, believe me. So as you know, in the news recently, there was a comedian who, his name, Pierre Palmade, I may not have, yes. Oh yes, we've heard of him, haven't we? Well, I'd only heard of him recently. But I believe he was driving. So I actually had two guys drive me here tonight so that the show will go on. Irrelevant, because I've got a driver, so I'm not going to get pulled at all. But anyway, away from Pierre Palmade and on to me. I am a Valais girl, and that is not that I come from California. It means that I come from the Valley de Vieux, which is up in the Tarn. And it's not quite as glamorous as the Californian Valais girl. And I need to be timed because I tend to go off on a bit of a race here. So let's see. This gentleman here, you. Have you got a phone on you? Have you got a phone? Right, okay, set the timer. I've already been talking for about 10 minutes, so give it 8. And then you can basically say to me, shut up, Melissa! You're fucking going on! Shut up! Okay? So have you set it? Yeah, okay. Because I never rely on men, because they're no good at timing, are they? Let's face it, girls, the timing is always out. You look very on the ball. So can you set your timer too?
Are you on that?
Yeah, come on, set your timer. Because he's likely to be off time, and he's going to come too early. Sorry. You both got your timers going now, haven't you? And there is a timer going there. Look at that. There's a timer. I've actually been going 3.5 minutes almost. Oh my God, I better hurry up. Okay, so here we are at Doggies. Doggies. When I actually got asked last Thursday to come and do this English stand-up, and I thought, shite, I've got to put a set together and I've got hardly any time, and plus I'm not a professional, obviously, and they, oh, I need a hat, that's off the projection there. They said to me, you're at this place, Doggies. Well, Doggies kind of like, I don't know about yourself, but I've got a few things about Doggies. I have actually got 3 doggies, okay, but they go, Ruh! They're my dogs, yeah? So they are real proper doggies. But I realised that Doggies was not, we were not coming to a place where there was a bunch of dogs, as far as I knew. So then I thought to myself, well, the only other type of dogging that I know is dogging. Now, I don't know about yourself. Has anyone, I don't know, does it exist in France, dogging areas? Does anyone know where they are? I'm actually, you're all looking at me as if you don't know what a dogging is. Do you know what a dogging area is? Oh my God, and I'm actually quite old, as you can see. I'm very mature. I don't use the word old. I am mature. And a dogging area, by the way, is, oh, there we go, a little bit of that, where basically we get to watch people get it on. Oh, the ceiling's ever so low. So you're going to be getting it on, and we get to watch you getting it on, and we maybe join in at the same time. Okay? That isn't how I have sex, by the way. It's less of a it's more of a it's more like that. So dogging, which you're not doing now, as I noticed. And I thought, well, I'm at this place called Doggies, where obviously there's no dogging going on. I could be to dog, which if you know to dog, well, that's a bit like being a prostitute. Okay, I'm not a prostitute, obviously. Look, definitely not. But I know that the centre of prostitution isn't far from here. So there was that little thing that went through my head, and I thought maybe I'm in the dogging area. And of course, then the other thing that struck me was obviously to be doing it doggy, which was much more appealing. So I'm going to keep that in my head for tonight. So here we are at Doggies. I'm very happy to be here. It's great to be with you guys. There's so many of you, although obviously I have very poor vision, so it looks like there's 300 of you at the moment, but there's probably only a few. Thank God. Here we go. I'm going to throw a card. That's me throwing things. So we've got our timers on. I'm already at 6.5 minutes. Wow. Isn't that cool? 6.5 minutes got, no, almost 7. We're just going to sit and watch the timer actually. I think that might be more entertaining. Don't you feel? What do you think over there? Do you think we'll just watch the timers? No. No, anyway, so they say, moving on, that the best things in life are free. What a load of shite. What an absolute load of shite. The best things in life are free. You know who actually said that? Somebody in the government. You know, because what they're doing is they're taking all our money for the taxes. They're taking all our money for the electric, taking all our money for the petrol. And at the end of the week, what we've got is a purse with nothing actually in it. And then the government can turn around and go, yeah, well, the best things in life are free. I believe that tonight is free. Yes, you've all come in free. And I'm meant to have got a hat here now, but because I'm really poorly organised, I do not have a hat. So at the end of the night, there's going to be a hat being passed around, yeah. And, oh, I think I meant to throw this card down now. Hang on. Here we go. Here goes another one. There, that one fell the wrong way round. I always like, you know, like when the hat comes round at the end of the night. Well, I want you to think about what kind of person. Fuck! It's 8 minutes already. Shit! I've got to go really fast now. So I want you to think about yourself. Are you the person who goes, oh non, merci beaucoup, mais excusez-moi, mais je ne comprends zéro de la chose. Je comprends. Non, je suis pas anglais. No. And the hat passes you by. Are you the sort of person who, as the hat comes by, you look to the air? I'm suddenly really blind. I can't see the hat. The hat has passed me by. Thank fuck, it's passed me by. Right, I'm going to go get a drink now. Okay, are you that one? Or are you? Ah, oh, sorry mate, got no change. Oh no. Got a credit card? Got no change. Hat passed you by. I actually would like you to think about when the hat passes by at the end of the night. I'm now doing business for the actual comedy club, as you can realise that I'm obviously a salesperson in disguise. So I'm going to take us a little bit into religion. Who loves religion? Yeah, because give, and it shall be given to you. Which means if you put in, I don't know, €5, you will get back at least €5 further down the line. Now that sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? So I want you to keep that in mind when the hat comes around, which I haven't got the hat, and it's fucking 9 minutes already. I'm meant to shut up soon. I haven't got onto the best bit yet. There goes another card. Woo! Okay, here we go. So, an update on me, and we're going to go to Jesus now. Okay. Jesus, because that was actually from the Bible, that last little bit. Those of you mentioned was from Luke. Verse 9, section 38, or however they do it in the Bible. Anyway, so I'm not quite sure how they do it. I'm not really good at that. The very, very first time that I got up and did some stand-up comedy, I think it was on a Dare or something like that. I talked about my dating history. I actually spoke about myself in respect of that I was a bit like Jesus. Not that, I'm a woman, but a bit like Jesus because, Jesus was obviously single. As far as I know, in the Bible, he never dated anyone. Yeah. He went right through his life, until he was 33. I think he died at 33. No dates, as far as I know. And I am actually a widow. Oh. I have been a widow for as long as he's been dead, basically. Which I've lost count now. So I actually thought to myself, I'm going to go on a dating site, and in the first show that I did, I was saying how I went on this dating site and I was a bit crap on the dating site. I didn't know what I was doing, because as you can see I'm quite mature, so I don't know what I'm doing really. I had lots of fun, as in I didn't know what I was doing. And in the sense that now I've actually got to the point, so it's been about 3 years, and although I have obviously had some dates, I actually started looking up statistics on dating. Yeah, now ladies, apparently if you're on a dating site, and I don't know if any of you are, because some of you don't look like you need to be, like me, but apparently you have to kiss 15 men, approximately, before you meet the one. Yeah. So I sort of thought recently, the best thing was set up over 3 weeks, 15 dates, kiss 15 men, yeah, and then I'll get to that number one real quick, yeah. Didn't fucking work. That was shite as well. So that didn't work. Still single. And in fact, that's the other reason that I'm like Jesus, yeah? Because it's like the Judas kiss. Kiss them, and it's all over. Oh, there goes another car, and away she goes. And now we're going to move on to dating older women. Now you all look rather young to me. I can't see people at the back, but it looks like everyone looks very young. Very sprightly, very handsome, the men. I'm not going to point at any of you because some of you might get scared. Especially with a middle-aged woman, because I am scary. Trust me. You may have heard of a thing called the menopause. Oh yes, have you heard of that? Yeah, well I've been through it, okay, so I'm at the other end, which means, in terms of fertility, my eggs are completely dead, right? They're all completely dead, and which is great as far as I'm concerned. It does mean for like younger men on dating sites, I think, well, this is what I thought, that they're not interested in my money because I haven't got any, but that what they're actually interested in is the fact that when you've been through your menopause, you're like really chilled. Yeah, you don't get like that, I'm fucked off with you all. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm happy all the time. I'm actually annoyingly happy all the time. There's nothing that can piss me off. I'm just going with the flow. Because I'm menopausal, finished. I'm through it all. Now those of you who have actually had any experience of knowing about the menopause, which is none of you, because you all look too young, and the men as well. I'm going to put this back on here because it's way too heavy for me. Now I can stand still, except I want to, oh no, it doesn't move, oh god. Right, so going back to our menopause, there are a few things about the menopause, apart from the chill out factor, which is rather nice, ladies, okay, so don't be worried about your menopause. There are some bad things, and that is the effects of gravity. Yeah, now they don't tell you about this, that gravity basically impacts you after you've been through your menopause. And the reason for that, I love your eye contact. I do like her eye contact. See you later. Oh, you're with him. See you later too. I can do too. Okay, I can't really, but you know, live in dreams. So the thing with gravity, going back to gravity, let's go back to gravity. Gravity, it goes reverse when you're through your menopause. What happens is your tits basically get dragged to earth. Yeah, you're like walking along. I've got to take it off its mic stand again to do this. So your breasts are like pulled down, yeah, and your arse, girls, yeah. You know, like your arse now, we have a look at it. Well, you can't because you sat on it. But if you could look at it, it's like nice and pert. Yeah, lovely. Well, when you've gone through menopause, gravity pulls it down towards the earth and it's like... So you're like walking along, arse to the ground, tits to the ground. Very nice. Not a good look, I have to say. But men, you don't get away with it, okay? Men. We love them, don't we, girls? I have to put this down and move over here in order to get to my bollocks. This is my bollocks. I'm going to demonstrate to you men what happens to your balls when you go through your menopause, okay? Because men, it has been proven now that men also, after 50 odd, which is a long way off for you guys, so don't worry. But I think there might be exercises that you can do in order to prevent this, okay? So I want you to imagine, obviously I haven't got any real bollocks with me. So I have these bollocks. Yes, now I want you to imagine, men, I want you to imagine your bollocks now, okay? Just think about your bollocks. They're down there somewhere in your trousers. Just imagine how nice and tight they are, like this. Here they are. Look, I'm going to tap your bollocks for you. Okay, just gently. Okay, nothing too much, girls, because we don't want them getting excited. They're all sat down, so their bollocks are. Can you see your bollocks over there? Oh, that's mainly girls over there, but oh, there's one. Have you thought about your bollocks, sir? Any of you? This sir here. Have you thought about your bollocks? Are they like this? Are they? Yes, slightly wavering behind. Yeah. Well, what happens when you get past 50 is this. They sort of go down here, and they're sort of hanging. And this bit here, that's that skin bit, you know, the bit that you know that normally is up here. Yeah, and you don't really see it. Well, what happens is it goes down there somewhere, and they just sort of swing. I'm going to eat these later. Thank you, you've been very lovely.